Good day, YouTubers, and how you doing? Yeah, it's been some time since I've done any videos regarding the van. She's doing very well indeed, holding up nicely. Could do with a wash, mind, but there's no point doing that because I've got some work to do. Yep, it's time for some more work to the van, and this time it's to do with the sliding door, and especially the bottom, right along the bottom of the panel there. But it's not just the inside or the outside, it's the inside. Right the way. Let's expose that somehow. Come on, brighten up, you. Brighten up. Well, I think you can just about make it. It's all rotten along there, but all the way along there, all the way along, it's totally and utterly, it's shot basically, as you can see. That's a bit better, you can see a bit better there. See, that's shot all the way along. Right. So to repair this, I can't go patching in bits of metal because there's so many different shapes and so on all around here. It just wouldn't be possible. So I have two repair panels, and here they are. The one on the right is the external panel of the door, which is the bit that fits along there. There it is. So there's the bottom. Oh, it's very windy. Flaming June, eh? And this one here is the interior. It's the inside of the door, which I'm trying to think which way around is which. Is that the outside or the inside? I haven't really thought about it. Anyway, so yeah, that right hand panel, the outside one, I've had that since I did the original work on the van. So I ran out of time after I'd done the van. And there's also a door seal, which is the one that fits all the way round the opening, basically. So to do that, the first thing you have to do is remove this panel along here, which just, this one here, which just screws in place. Under there, if I can just get that to, probably can't see it. Anyway, just under there is a Phillips head screw, which I'll remove. This panel then lifts off these little clasps that are right the way along there, and it just lifts off. And then in here, you open the door up, it slides right along, and this arm pops out from in here, like so, and then the door is unsupported at this end, so you need someone to hold the door there, or you can actually do it yourself. So you hold the door there, and you slide it right along until the rollers, the bottom roller in here, goes along until it comes to this point here. There's the end of the track that this rolls in, gets to here, and then you can pull it out. So then this part of the door's out, and then this top roller by here drops down and you take the door off. So as it's just me here today on my lonesome, I'll be doing that myself, so I can't film the and taking the screw out. But anyway, I'm now going to take the screw out of there. Also loosen these 3 screws, Allen headed socket screws. Just loosen them enough so that the whole door and this roller mounting plate can move freely, because you need to lift the roller up slightly to pull the door out at the bottom. So I have all this wind. I have the side panel off, and this is the sliding door rail. There's the sliding door gear, and it slides right the way along. In here, it's like the upper guide up in there, full of grease. But as is often the case with these old vans, you end up finding other stuff that you weren't expecting, namely holes. Luckily, it's okay along there. It's just this area here. So I'm going to have to cut out a little section there, like so, and put in a piece of metal sheet, like so. It shouldn't be too bad. I'll focus there. It shouldn't be too bad in there. But also, not only, but also, I don't know if you can actually make it out there. Yeah, there, nice big hole, right the way along to there, and also a little bit there. The rest of it, it's solid. I've jabbed it with a screwdriver, and it's solid. Just needs cleaning up and rust treating. But yeah, we've got a gaping hole right in here. As you can see, there's the wheel arch. Don't you just love these old vans, eh? So that's going to be cut out. I mean, this is all going to be hidden under the side panel anyway. So I'll be cutting that out like so, welding a piece in, and I'll weld it to the underside of the sliding door channel, because there's no other way I can weld it. So it'll have to go along and it'll have to curl over under there, then I can weld that there. So 2 extra jobs I knew nothing about, and there you are. Like I say, these vans, they love to throw up extra surprises. Yeah, so there you can see the slides along the roller to this point here. Come on, expose for the thing. That's it. It's so dark in there. Right. So I'll be sliding that along. This whole roller then turns, so it's coming out like that, and it comes out like that. And then when I do that, the door will be unsuspended at this end, and then I just slide it further, pull the bottom out, drop the top down, and that's the theory. So that's what I'll do next. Also, as the door's going to be off for a couple of days, and I don't want birds and all sorts flying in there and crapping all over the place, I've bought this ground sheet from B&M. Cost the princely sum of £1.99, and a roll of duct tape, which I anticipate will leave glue all over the van, so I'll have to go over it afterwards with some white spirit. Plus I'll probably warm it up with a hairdryer before I take it off again, melting the glue so I don't accidentally take any paint or whatever with it. If that would happen, I don't know. Let's get back to taking the door off. Yippee! And there is the door off. That was quite simple actually. Just remember to loosen the bottom roller mounting firkin right there, that L plate, Loosen those 3 doodahs off. Nice. Yeah, talking of birds crapping in the van, I've just been pooped on by a dicky bird. No, that's supposed to be good luck, isn't it? Hey! Hopefully that's a good omen. I don't want to speak too soon though. Yeah, so I'm not bothered about the bottom of the van on the gravel there, at the bottom of the door, because that's all going to be changed. So I'm going to put my tarpaulin ground sheet thing on the van there, and then I'm going to get the door inside, and we'll take a look at just what the state of it is and what needs doing. So give me a chance to, I'll get some stuff on there, clean all that green stuff up. This seal has had it, that's got to come off. It's slightly past its sell by date. Thereabouts. Why doesn't this phone focus where I want it to? Yeah. Very good. Here we go. That's the side of the van covered up. Not so bothered about it sticking to the hard top. Like I say, I'll have to warm it up with a hairdryer because I just tried a little hidden area, and yes, it was taking some of the paint with it as I pulled the masking tape back. So it's gonna warm it up with a hairdryer when I come to take it off, and then clean it up the glue with some white spirit. But that should keep all the little flying critters out and a bit like that. So let's take a look at the door. Here then is the door, lying on the nicely balanced on the Black & Decker workmate there, and it is a Black & Decker, not one of these cheap Chinese copies. It's an original one. That I found that in a skip, believe it or not. It had one bolt missing, so I fitted that. Perfectly good workmate. Nice. Anyway, I digress. Here is the door. So let's take a look at the outside first. I mean, all of it's nice and solid, and you might think, well, why don't you just get a nice, good condition second-hand door? I could do that, but I would have to paint it. No doubt it wouldn't be completely perfect, and also when I did the van originally, I replaced all the window rubbers, and I'd have to go about doing it all again, which I don't particularly fancy doing. So it's simpler really to do the bottom. And here we go. Oh, it's all nice and rusty. Look at that, like, eh? Lovely. You can't beat. Oh, I think it's beyond filler. Not that I'm a great believer in filler. The new panel, which I shall get now, one-handed, actually fits rather nicely. Look at that, eh? I've seen many T25s with black bottom panels, but that's more painted afterwards rather than just the primer finish on there at the moment. Yeah, but that looks rather tidy already, though. Yeah. So there you are, job done. I'll just glue it on, sorted. Yeah, if only. Right, let's have a look at the other side. So this is the other side. Never had this inner lining off, and there's this piece of carpet here, which was here when I got the van, the reason for which escapes me. It's been glued by the look of it. I might try and get that off, and if it's no good I can... Oh, it's screwed as well, right. I've no idea why that's on there. The person who had it before, I think the wife liked her creature comforts, so she probably wanted a bit of quality carpet. But anyway, let's have a look at this bottom end. Well, as you can see, what an utter mess. It is just, it looks actually, well, it's been under sealed. We all know that under seal is great for stopping stuff that's already started rusting. Not. It's just totally and utterly shot. A real humdinger. And that's where the other panel comes in. Which I can now see, which is the right way around, which is that. Now, I wonder why the original has sort of oval holes all the way along, and the new panel doesn't. So, what that's all about, I don't know. Still, I'm assuming inside this part of the old one, there's some sort of back plate, which I'll no doubt discover when I take the front bottom panel off on the other side. So there must be captive nuts or something in there which aren't here. So I may have to weld in some captive nuts. Are they captive? Yeah. There's no movement or up and down of any nut on the back, so they must be captive nuts. So I'm going to have to weld some nuts in myself. No big hardship. Okay, the roller doesn't seem so bad. It's only got a tiny bit of play in it, but it's a sliding door roller and they're not the cheapest things to replace. And the other one's pretty good as well. Nice. So the first job is going to be to take off this door lining. I'll wash my hands first, so I don't want to get grease all over it. And the next thing then will be to take off the door roller and lay this on top of that, check the fit and mark around the panel ready and waiting. I mean, looking at it, this is all nice and solid. The only thing that's gone rotten is from about here onwards, so I could, or do I just go for it and just cut the whole thing off right the way along and put that in? We'll see. First thing, get that lining off. And there's the reason for that bit of carpet. Is somehow that has been burnt. What have they had in the van to burn the lining like that? Wow. It's not like a travel iron or something, it's weird that. Oh well. So it looks like that bit of carpet is going to have to go back on. Which I was hoping really to get rid of because it didn't look right, but anyway. Yeah, this is Wyvern Wilton carpets, 5-year warranty, shrink resist. This carpet has been specially constructed and finished to pass the British standard test for dimensional stability. No problems with shrinkage. Excellent. You learn something new each day. Well, I'm going to take the lining off, and I'll leave it there for today, and I'll see you next time.